everything blew up, and screamed your name in anger and confessed that he never loved that other person, that the only real thing in his life was you. Do you want to know the truth? He left like a coward, searching for cheap, empty pleasures. But today, he can't stop thinking about you. He regrets letting you go because now his life is hollow and meaningless. He misses the way you made him feel, and recognizes he made the worst decision of his life. It wasn't just his fault. Someone manipulated him. Someone played with his mind and even trapped him with witchcraft. But still, deep in his soul, he knows that the only thing he needs is your love, your energy, and your support. Only you can bring him peace and heal those wounds that no one else understands. The connection between you was never broken, it's still intact. And even though the distance hurts, true love never dies. Write in the comments, true love always wins. Because that's how it is, and he knows it. You feel it. Although he has avoided reaching out because of pride, and because he remembers the cruel words he threw at you, today he lives tormented by guilt. His friends try to convince him to forget you, that life is too short to suffer over a woman, and among them, there's someone full of envy who just wants to see you out of his life. But none of that matters because, with a broken voice and his heart on his sleeve, he confessed that you are the best thing that has ever happened to him. Neither time nor distance has managed to erase what he feels. You are unique, and he knows it. After nights of reflection and tears, he has made a decision that will change everything, and will come looking for you very soon. Get ready, because this reunion could be the start of a new chapter that no one can stop. Thank the universe for this message, because your angels have been moving pieces so that you would receive this truth. Today, that special person hasn't stayed away because he doesn't love you, but because he is carefully planning how to come back. He doesn't want to show up just any old way, not in a rush or with empty promises. He wants to return in a way that makes everything clear, strong, and permanent. Right now, he's caught in an emotional storm. His heart goes one way and his mind another, but the only thing he's sure of is what he feels for you. That love is real, deep, and couldn't be erased by time or distance. Even in his worst moments, when he tries to drown the pain in alcohol or pretends everything is fine, the only thing that appears in his head is you. He's had dreams about you. Not fleeting dreams, but visions of a life by your side, a life with stability, sincere love, and even a family that reflects what he feels for you. That is his true desire. Not another fling, not a whim, but a commitment from the heart. And although he doesn't say it out loud yet, the universe is preparing the ground for that reunion to happen at the perfect moment. There's something you should know about his friends. They don't understand what he feels, and that's why they speak ill of you. Some do it with the intention of opening his eyes. Others, out of pure envy, push him to forget you, to turn the page, to distract himself with other people. But he won't be manipulated because deep down, he knows you have always been his priority. He may doubt many things, but never what your presence means in his life. The interesting thing is that within that circle of friends, there is someone hiding a secret. He feels something for you, disguises it, keeps it quiet, but that attraction exists. Maybe you've already noticed it in his glances or strange behavior. Even so, the love of your special person is much stronger than any shadow of jealousy or competition. What is destined, no one can stop. And your story with him was written before either of you knew it. Destiny, karma, energy, it's all moving in favor of this reunion. What others sowed to separate you will soon turn against them. The lies, rumors, and gossip will be exposed, and the truth will come to light because the universe always reveals what was hidden, and true love never hides forever. Your connection with that person is unique, so intense that it has survived trials that would have destroyed anyone else. And the most powerful thing is that you both still feel each other, silently searching for one another, sending signals that neither miles nor emotional walls have been able to extinguish. That energy doesn't lie. He's tired of running from what he feels, tired of an empty life and superficial relationships. Now he understands that there is nothing and no one who can replace you. That's why he's thinking about how to approach you without messing up, how to open up to you without letting pride get in the way. That is the battle he fights every day, the desire to see you versus the fear that you'll reject him. But the scales are already tipping, and soon he will take the step he's been postponing for so long. Remember this: what is destined always finds a way to happen, and even though they may have tried to block that love with witchcraft, manipulations, or poisoned words, nothing can break what is written in the stars. Karma will take care of settling the score, and everything that was thrown against you will be reversed. For this reason, this message reached you at this moment. It's a clear sign that something big is approaching, that the love that seemed lost is being reborn stronger than ever. Write in the comments, "I accept," because by declaring your openness, you activate that energy to manifest. The universe wants you to prepare not for a superficial reunion, but for a new beginning, where you both can heal what hurt, forgive what pained you, and build what you always desired. That person has already understood that you are irreplaceable, that there is no possible comparison. Very soon, you will see how everything that seemed confusing becomes clear, how the rumors that sought to separate you crumble, and how the truth shines above all else. What is on its way is a destined reunion, a renewed love, and a story that still has many pages to be written. You are both destined to meet again, not as a simple whim of fate, but as a profound movement of the universe seeking to heal all that was left unfinished. That story that seemed broken into 1,000 pieces still holds an invisible thread that connects you, a thread that neither time nor betrayals have been able to cut. And now, more than ever, that bond is vibrating with force, because the moment of reunion is approaching. You have carried scars that have marked your soul. Sometimes you think you can no longer trust, that opening your heart again would be like handing it over to be broken once more. You have cried in silence. You have built walls around yourself to protect you from everything that hurt you. And yet, there is something inside you that knows it's not all over, that there are still words that need to be said, truths that need to come to light. The person who hurt you, although he may never say it openly, is paying a very high price for what he did. On the outside, he may seem strong, smiling, even indifferent, but on the inside, he is destroyed. He has sought refuge in vices, in fleeting distractions, in empty nights that only leave him more pain at dawn. He has been on the verge of losing everything, even his life, in an accident that could have been fatal. But in that critical moment, his guardian angel intervened, and that was the clearest reminder that his story with you is not over yet, that he still has a mission to fulfill, and must face what he ran from. The universe speaks in signs, and this is one of the most powerful. You both need to talk. This isn't just a simple reunion, not a hello, how are you? It's a conversation that will mark a before and after in your lives. It will be like opening an old wound, cleaning it, and letting it truly heal, because until now, all you've done is cover it up without healing it. And listen closely. That moment is much closer than you imagine. I'm not talking about months or a distant future. I'm talking about days, maybe even this very week. Soon you will receive a sign, a call, an unexpected message that will break the silence. That will be the beginning of the encounter, the moment your eyes meet again and the truth comes out. And what will happen? Maybe you won't get back together as a couple immediately. Maybe there won't be promises of eternal love in that moment. But there will be something much more important, closure. That conversation will be the key that opens the door to forgiveness, to letting go of what weighs you down, and to regaining peace. You will both realize that what you lived was real, that what you felt was never a lie, but you will also understand that continuing to carry resentment only keeps you tied to the pain. That day, when you talk, the silences will be broken. He will confess what he kept hidden. You will be able to express what you held back, and together you will release everything that was poisoning your hearts. And the most incredible thing is that in the midst of those words there will also be hope. A hope that true love never dies, it only transforms and waits for the right moment to be reborn. No, it won't be easy, because facing the truth always hurts. There will be tears, there will be pauses filled with memories, there will be confessions that will stir your soul. But at the end of that conversation, you will feel something you haven't felt in a long time: peace. That calm that comes when you let go of what you couldn't say. When you no longer carry the burden of what happened alone, remember something. The universe never makes mistakes. All of this is happening because it is necessary, because you both need to heal, to find closure, and to make space for the new. And when I say new, I'm not just referring to a possible romantic return. I mean a lighter life, a heart free from chains, opportunities that will come when you're no longer looking back in pain. This encounter is a gift disguised as a test. It will force you to face what you feared most, but at the same time, it will free you from what weighed you down the most. Love, true love, is not always measured by being together as a couple. Sometimes, love is measured in forgiving, in letting go, in allowing the other to find their own path without resentment. So prepare yourself, because the universe is already aligning everything for this meeting to happen. Keep your heart firm, without fear, without grudges. Open your mind to the possibility of healing and remember that this is your moment, the beginning of a completely new chapter in your life, one where you decide how to write the next pages. Trust the process. Be grateful for the opportunity that is coming and repeat inwardly, I am ready to heal. I am ready to receive what the universe has for me. Even if you're still not sure what the outcome will be, what cannot be denied is that this connection was not born by chance. Everything you have lived, the tears that burned your soul, the smiles that lit up dark moments, the nights of distance and the days of memories, are part of a larger purpose. The universe has not allowed all this to happen in vain. On the contrary, each experience has been a push towards a deeper understanding, not only of what you feel for each other, but also of what you truly want for your lives. Behind all this pain, behind the doubts and the silences, there is an invaluable lesson. You both needed to go through this journey to grow, to know yourselves better, and to discover what truly matters. Now the universe is tearing down the walls that kept you apart. What once seemed impossible is slowly falling into place. This process is not just about closing a cycle, but about opening a new, clearer, healthier, and more authentic chapter. Think of all those memories that are still alive within you. Each one holds a hidden message. The difficult moments were not a punishment, they were opportunities to transform resentment into compassion and pain into strength. And the happy moments did not disappear, they remain proof that what you shared was real and profound. And that is the foundation on which the universe wants you to build what's next. The approaching encounter will not be just any chat, it will be a reflection of the growth you both have experienced. Life led you to take different paths, but with each step, there were lessons that now prepare you to speak with an open heart. That conversation will be the mirror where you recognize each other, not as the same people who hurt each other, but as two beings who have changed, who have learned, and who are ready to leave behind what no longer serves them. Forgiving will be the key act in all of this, not as a concession to the other, but as a gift to yourself. 'Cause when you forgive, you stop carrying a backpack full of stones that don't belong to you. By forgiving, you free yourself, you reclaim your energy, and you allow the new to enter your life without the shadows of the past. Forgiving is breaking the chains that bind you, and it is the necessary step for peace to enter your heart. After that conversation, you will feel a profound change. It won't matter if you decide to take different paths, or if you discover that there is still a chance to rebuild what you had. The important thing will be the peace that emerges. That calm you have been waiting for so long will be the beginning of a new stage where there are no longer ghosts chasing you, where your decisions will be guided by clarity and not by fear. Trust that everything that happens will be for your highest good. Even when life seems confusing, every step you have taken until today has been guided by a higher power, by the infinite love of the universe that does not make mistakes. This encounter is part of your destiny, a key piece that opens the door to a much fuller future. Allow yourself to open your heart. Do not be afraid to show your vulnerability, because in it lies your true strength. Allow yourself to heal the wounds that still throb, because only then can you embrace the new chapter that is approaching. And do it with hope, because hope is the spark that ignites everything that seemed extinguished. This will not be a simple exchange of words. It will be a transformative experience, a moment where you can rediscover each other, truly see each other, and understand that despite everything, the connection is still alive, not to remain trapped in the past, but to walk forward with a new vision, with the wisdom you didn't have before. Perhaps the words that emerge will be intense, loaded with emotions you had kept in the deepest part of you. There may be tears, confessions, or silences that say more than 1,000 phrases, but every word, every gesture will be a key that opens the door to a deeper understanding and a liberation you have needed for a long time. The universe has already prepared this stage. Everything you have lived until now was to lead you to this moment, and now it is your turn to trust, to let go of control, and to allow the transformation to happen. Because although it sometimes seems that pain has no meaning, it is actually guiding you towards a more authentic, freer, and more luminous version of yourself. This is your moment, and nothing and no one can take it away from you. Remember this, the best is yet to come. Although everything seems like a storm right now, that approaching encounter will not be a coincidence. It will be the sign that marks a before and after in your life. It will be the opportunity to leave the pain behind and rebuild from a cleaner place of sincere love, clarity, and hope. The universe does not play games of chance. It has a perfect plan, and your only task is to let go of fear, trust the process, and be grateful for what is on its way. But as this divine plan unfolds, the other side of the story twists in desperation. That woman who has kept him tied down with dark manipulations no longer knows what to do. Upon discovering that he wants to return to you, that his heart no longer responds to her chains, her fury exploded. She's so desperate that she's trying to reinforce that bond that was never real, that tie fabricated by force with witchcraft. Her fear of losing him is pushing her to do the unthinkable, to go to an even more powerful witch to ensure he never manages to return to you. But here is the truth she ignores. True love cannot be manipulated. It can't be bought with money. It can't be held with rituals. It can't be tied with invisible chains. Authentic love is born from the soul, flows with freedom, and no dark energy can stand against the force of what is protected by the light of the universe. Even as she runs from one place to another trying to reinforce her spell, the awakening has already begun. He is slowly opening his eyes, realizing he is trapped in a life that doesn't belong to him. His mind is still cloudy, confused, full of doubts, but his heart screams your name loudly, and that call cannot be stopped by anything or anyone, because deep within his being, he recognizes that his true destiny is you. The most shocking part is that the same witch this woman went to initially already warned her, you can't hold someone by force forever. Everything built with manipulation falls apart sooner or later. That warning should have been enough, but her obsession is greater than reason. She doesn't listen, she doesn't understand, and now she's running, looking for someone else to restore the work she feels is crumbling. She moves with urgency, like someone who knows her time is about to run out. It shows in her eyes, in her actions, in the impulsive decisions she makes. She lives in a sea of insecurities, trying to cover up with witchcraft a love that never belonged to her. Deep down, she knows she is losing the battle because the universe does not support what is false, and the love she tries to hold was never destined for her. What this woman doesn't understand is that the universe always leans towards the truth. No matter how much money she spends, no matter how many rituals she performs, the energy of pure love will always be stronger. Because true love doesn't need black candles or hidden amulets. It stands on its own, breathes on its own, and vibrates with a force that brings down any darkness. That's why, even if she tries to manipulate, even if she looks for new ways to tie him down, his heart will continue to feel for you, because what you shared wasn't an invention, it was real. And that love is still alive in him. No spell can erase what was born from the soul. Now is the time for you to take action too, not from hatred, not from revenge, because those are energies that tie you down and make you fall into her same game. Take action from your spiritual strength, from the light that protects you, from the faith that has always sustained you. Raise your energy. Reaffirm your confidence that what is yours, no one can take from you, and that everything dark always crumbles before the truth. Do it with conviction, because your inner strength is your best shield. While she wears herself out trying to tie him down, you rise, you trust, and you give thanks. And in that difference lies your victory. The universe has already passed sentence. True love triumphs over deceit, and what is false always ends up revealing its fragility. Get ready, because while she races against time, he is getting closer to waking up completely. Very soon, he will take that step, guided not by dark chains, but by the call of his heart, the same heart that never stopped beating for you. The universe is asking you not to let your guard down, to protect your energy like a treasure, and to remember that what is born for you can never be stolen by anyone. Write in the comments, "True love always finds a way," and turn these words into a decree. A declaration of power that breaks any attempt by negative energy to stand between you. Keep calm and remember that pure love always triumphs over darkness, because light can never be defeated by shadows. That woman, the one who used dark tricks to keep him by her side, is at her worst moment. She thought she had control of everything, that she could manage his emotions, his thoughts, and even his steps. But now, it's all falling apart. Her spells, the bindings she defended as foolproof, no longer have strength. The false connection she fabricated with deceit never grew deep roots, and now it's slipping through her fingers like sand. He, though still confused, no longer feels the same. What he once appeared to feel for her was a product of manipulation, not the heart. And now, with each passing day, that illusion shatters. The distance between them grows, and she can't stop it. She feels it. She perceives it in his lost gaze, in his increasingly long silences, in his obvious disinterest. What keeps her awake at night is the certainty that he is slipping away, that his heart beats for another person, for you. That's why her desperation has become dangerous. She can't stand the idea of seeing him return to you because she knows, deep down, that he was never really hers. She has started seeking extreme solutions. She has visited dark places, paid fortunes to supposed experts in witchcraft, begging for someone to give back what she feels she is losing. But none of them have given her the answer she seeks. All her attempts have been in vain. One of those sorcerers, the most honest of them all, dared to tell her what no one else would: you cannot force someone to stay where they don't want to be. Everything you do comes back to you, and karma does not forgive. That sentence left her cold, because deep down, she knows it's true. Her obsession not only consumes her but is beginning to turn against her. She spends sleepless nights, tormented, watching his every move, fearing that at any moment he will decide to leave for good. She lives in constant fear that the day she dreads so much will arrive, the day he seeks you out and says goodbye to her forever. Insecurity is eating her up from the inside. She no longer even trusts those who once supported her. In her rituals, her movements have become clumsy, desperate, easy to discover, and he, although still feeling the weight of that manipulation, is beginning to awaken. Every day that passes, he realizes more and more that something doesn't fit, that what he feels with her is not natural, not real. He's starting to recognize that this constant discomfort is not a coincidence, but the reflection of a forced bond that should never have existed. And that discovery pushes him toward you, toward the only true connection he knows. While she sinks in her fear, he remembers the happy moments he lived with you. He remembers your laugh, your words, the peace he felt in your company. And in that comparison, everything becomes clear. What you had with him was love. What he has with her is control. It's this living memory that pushes him to find a way out, to break the invisible chains that kept him trapped. She knows this, and that's what she can't stand. She feels it inside. She's losing something that was never hers, and that loss of control is what's devouring her day by day. She can no longer sustain what she built with lies, because love cannot be sustained by fear. And here is something you cannot forget: true love always finds its way. No matter how many traps, spells, or manipulations she tries, the universe has already decided the course. He is being guided towards the truth, towards clarity, and above all, towards you, because what is authentic is never lost. What is yours always returns, and what was born in light will never be extinguished by darkness. Prepare yourself, because while she sinks into her desperation, the universe is opening paths for you. Very soon that liberation will be evident, and everything that seemed impossible will begin to happen. This message is not reaching you by chance. It is a divine call, a direct warning, and the last notice you will receive in this way. Open your heart wide, because what you are about to hear can completely transform your life and fill it with joy. Stay until the end, because something powerful will be released upon you when you finish receiving this message. God sends me to tell you that every dependency, every chain that has kept you limited, will be broken. Your independence is approaching, that freedom you long for so much, and it will change the course of your story. He is moving the system in your favor, rewriting your destiny with his powerful hand. That liberation will not be a product of luck, but of the effort and faith you have maintained, even in the most difficult moments. In a few days, something so great will happen that the people around you will not be able to recognize you, because the transformation will be total. Keep today's date well in your mind and heart, because in less than a month, you will see your life change radically. The humiliation you have had to endure, the unfair criticism, and the silent mockery are coming to an end. Heaven has decreed your victory, and no one can stop it. God will place you in the place you truly deserve, and he will do it publicly so that everyone can see his justice. What you asked for with tears and faith, what seemed impossible, is about to materialize. He decreed, signed, and sealed your blessing, and soon it will be in your hands. If you believe in this message, do not let it pass you by. Save this video as a testament, like, comment, and share it, because every action will be a pact of faith with the universe. But listen carefully to this warning. There is a woman near you who envies you deeply. Her heart is full of jealousy and frustration because she can't stand to see life smiling on you, how your efforts always bear fruit. She has no identity of her own. She watches you in secret, imitates you when she can, and hides behind a false image. You shine because of your responsibility, your loyalty, and your values, while she sinks into superficiality and appearances. Even if this woman tries to attack you spiritually or halt your progress, she will not succeed. God's plan is stronger than any trap, and his light does not allow darkness to interfere with your destiny. What is coming for you is immense: a promotion, a higher level in your projects, dreams that materialize, and paths that open. She will not be able to stop what is already written for you. The universe is aligning in your favor. A financial blessing is on its way and will not take long to manifest. Karma is already in action. Divine justice is putting everyone in their rightful place. Those who laughed at you will soon be surprised, because they will see how the wheel of fortune turns towards you with speed. Doors you thought were closed will open, and what seemed stuck for years will flow with ease. Get ready, because abundance will knock on your door at any moment. It could be a financial surprise, an unexpected contract, a promotion at your job, or a gift you never imagined. That will be the confirmation that all this time of waiting had a purpose. Write right now in the comments, "I receive what the universe has for me. I decree it." That phrase will be your key, your declaration of power, your pact with what is to come. But take this message seriously, because if you ignore it, you risk it. Do not tell your plans to just anyone. There are eyes watching you, people waiting for a slip-up to sabotage what you are building. Be prudent, remain silent until your blessings materialize, and then let the results speak for themselves. This is your final message. And don't forget it. God has already written your victory. The darkness tried to stop you, but it couldn't. What is coming for you is great, luminous, and transformative. Trust, be grateful, and prepare yourself, because the change that will mark your life is already on its way. The moment will come when everything that was promised to you will manifest so clearly and powerfully that there will be no doubt that the hand of God was with you at every moment that day. You will see how those who spoke ill of you fall silent, how those who wanted to mock your process will have to lower their heads because they will not be able to deny the greatness of what the universe is doing in your favor. The envy, the witchcraft, the traps, and the bad intentions that tried to stop you will crumble one by one like fragile walls in a storm. And all that weight you carried in your soul will disappear, leaving you with the lightness of someone who finally understands that divine justice never fails. Your victory will be so clear that it will become a sign for everyone around you. It will not just be a change in your personal life, it will be a message to others that faith and patience are never in vain. God wanted to use your story as an example of strength, as a testament that nothing can stop what is already written. Every tear you shed, every night you felt you were alone, every injustice you endured was seen and recorded in heaven.